bitch, this my stomach. And ain't no attempted murders here, bitch, we like, look, I don't rank, you niggas want the smoke. Hit this block with shots. Hello, welcome back. This Big Rob Reacts, and I'm gonna be reacting to these new snitching allegations will ruin Big Meech's life. Y'all make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, turn on all post notifications so y'all can be notified when I drop another video. And I'm finna just get into it, man. Let's go.
Retail homecoming is being ruined by some crazy rumors. We will get to exactly what those rumors are shortly. Big Meech, Mr. BMF, was originally sentenced to 30 years in prison in 2008 for money laundering, trafficking, and a slew of other charges that comes with running a criminal organization. Now, the 30 years was actually a plea deal. That was actually them going light on Big Meech. He actually pled guilty to that. Even though he was originally sentenced to 30 years in prison, due to the laws changing, the Second Step Act, etc., Big Meech sentences have been reduced a couple of times. And yesterday, we woke up to some fantastic news that Big Meech was released from federal custody.
Yesterday, it popped up on the BOP website that Demetrius Flannery, aka Big Meech, was released from federal prison.
Oh yeah, welcome home, my boy. Welcome home. Now they did been saying that he got some snitching shit going on. I wouldn't happen to know if that's real or not.
So when this happened, of course, online started going crazy. People, honestly, I think people were calling me as if something happened, like something. I don't get phone calls like this unless something bad happens. People were blowing my phone up. So when you looked into it, I spoke to a source who said, yes, he was released from BOP custody as far as federal prison. But all they could tell me at the time was there are conditions to his release. So I'm like, okay, conditions to a release like that, you done did all these years in prison, normally means you go to a halfway house, you're still technically in custody. So what happens is he left federal prison in Florida, and then he's going to be finishing out his sentence in a halfway house. He was transferred on Tuesday from FCI Coleman to a low security confinement overseen by the BOP. So the BOP has this office in Miami. It's like a residential reentry management office. So they put you in these programs to help you transition back into the community.
Society, yep.
Yeah, into society. So he's expected to be released from the halfway house in January of 2016. And that's according to the Federal Bureau of Prisons. But the
streets back. The streets are back. Meech on. Meech, welcome back. Salute, my.
Yeah, his fat ass always talking about he want to get on there, man. You one of the motherfuckers that kept him in the bitch.
All my other G's coming to the crib. That Nino Breeze finna drop tomorrow. What type of are you? You better get ready for this ride because the streets is back. Let us know what type of hustler are you? What type of go-getter are you? Are you a leader or a follower? If you're a follower, just sit back, put on your seatbelt, and go for the ride.
Big ass is
Concept your best design faster with Shaper 3D. Choosing between the ideal design tool and
you is considered the police to us. Nigga try to get out the cell, you send us back in. You control the narrative in prison.
Boosie welcome him back as well. Boosie said, welcome back, Big Meech. #legend. LeBron James welcome Big Meech back. A lot of people is really excited for Big Meech to be back. Even Tyrese welcome Big Meech back. A lot of people are saying,
I'm going to Google. And I'm about to purchase a strip club in Atlanta right now as we speak. Tyrese TV, meet me in the chat. Okay. So everybody welcome him home. Okay. Everybody welcome him home, but I bet ain't now when I'm putting that on his books. I helped his son out besides 50.
Saying, bro, he's about to bring the streets back. He's about to bring back the Atlanta strip clubs. It's about to go crazy. Sexy Red want to perform at this party for free. A lot of people is excited to see Big Meech. The entire industry right now is waiting at the feet of Big Meech. Waiting.
Hey man, I'm doing a goddamn video, y'all. Stop.
For him to come home. But not everybody is happy about Big Meech coming home. A kingpin from St. Louis called Cuffy, who was a part of the BMF St. Louis division, He was sentenced to 27 years in prison for racketeering, trafficking, and other charges. Well, him and his family are now being really public about them believing and thinking and stating for a fact that Big Meech told on him.
Ah,
And Big Meech is the reason why he's been sentenced to 27 years in prison. So they don't believe that Big Meech should be celebrated. As a matter of fact, they believe that Big Meech should be condemned as a rat when he comes home.
I'm Tamara Gatling. I'm making this recording in regards to my dad. He's Dion Gatling. Most people know him as Cuffy. But I wanted to make this recording so I can shed light on some facts. My dad was set up by one of his best friends, which is Demetrius Flannery,
oof.
also known as Big Meech. My dad and Meech have been friends for 30 years plus. I've known Meech my whole life. I look at him like an uncle. Like, this situation has been completely devastating on so many different levels, and there's still so many questions that aren't answered. At this point, I can
Lord.
only shed light on what I know for sure to be facts, and hopefully one day I will have the complete.
Boy, Meech, I hope this ain't true. Shit. Boy, because when it come out that you actually did that, if it come out, you is finna be in some shit. For real.
Truth. But in 2011, around that time, Meech reached out to my dad in regards to creating a BMF movie. So Meech hooked my dad up with a woman named Tammy Cohens. At the time, Tammy was Meech's power of attorney. Also, she owned the life rights. So my dad was working with Meech, Tammy, T, basically trying to work on a movie deal. So
Tammy at the time was doing everything for Big Meech. Power of attorney, person who handled the businesses, manager, everything. So when Gatlin got introduced to Tammy, when Cuffy got introduced to Tammy, Cuffy didn't think nothing of it. She's this little white girl, who's hot, who Big Meech is probably smashing on the side, but, she handling business for Meech. Okay, we gonna work. So then Tammy and Cuffy began to work closely, and Tammy got into Cuffy's business, started learning a lot about the dealings of St. Louis BMF, that division, what was going on, what packs were being moved. Tammy pretty much got a lot of insight into everything because Meech and Tammy was cool, so Cuffy trusted Tammy. Now, eventually, while they were working on this script, the script got done. It was time to sell the movie to a huge network. Right when it was time to sell the movie, get the deal finalized, Cuffy got arrested over a drug deal gone wrong.
finally arrested my dad and we received the discovery. He knew exactly who CS1 was, and he told me and my mom that it was Tammy Cohen's. At that time,
I want to know this. Why they doing it now that he home? Why they ain't put all this shit out before he came home? This shit be the tarnish a nigga image, bro. Like, as soon as you get out, they trying to stop him from making money, all this shit, bro. Like, come on, why now? He just came home. He been in jail damn near I don't know how long. Damn.
we really did not want to believe. We wanted to give Meech the benefit of the doubt.
Nah.
It was really, really hard to believe that Meech would set my dad up. It was almost unbelievable. So we were able to reach out, get a message to Meech, and basically let him know that Tammy was an informant. We later received.
He denied having sex with her, falsifying reports to justify payments. Gatlin pleaded guilty in February to 5 charges: cocaine distribution, conspiracy, heroin distribution, conspiracy, attempting something.
Received a message from him saying that it had to be a misunderstanding. Just call her, she'll straighten this out, so on, so on.
Damn,
And
she's
at
like,
this time, my dad was like, I'm not dumb. I'm not about to call an informant.
that's crazy, bro. It could be true, y'all. I don't know.
The
Shit.
reason why Cuffy was so confident that Tammy, the woman that Big Meech told him to start working with, the reason why he was so confident that she was an informant, because the paperwork laid it all out for him. Here's what the paperwork says, and here's what convinced Cuffy that Tammy was an informant all this time. I'll break the paperwork down for you guys in layman terms before we really read the actual transcript. The feds believe that Cuffy was working for BMF and had the St. Louis BMF division on lock. Now, the feds really wanted Cuffy because Cuffy was involved in murders and all type of nonsense, but the feds wanted Cuffy, and they wanted him badly. So what they did was, because Cuffy had close ties to BMF and was running the St. Louis BMF, they just tied it all in together. Now, Cuffy believed that because the feds wanted him badly, the feds offered Big Meech some time off, a sentence reduction that he wasn't qualified for, but automatically became qualified after Cuffy was arrested.
Oh,
So Cuffy believes the feds offered Big Meech that, as well as Big Meech was incentivized to get him arrested so he wouldn't have to cut him in on the Stars deal that was going through with 50 Cent for the BMF movie.
damn.
So the paperwork reads, Cuffy was a member of St. Louis BMF and was an associate of Big Meech, had substantial ties to multiple BMF members, had been indicted in the Eastern District of Missouri on drug trafficking charges, and was sentenced at one point to 120 months incarceration for drug trafficking. The affidavit asserted that based on information from CS1, which is a confidential informant, and an independent investigation by DEA, St. Louis agents, Suarez owned and operated a trucking company in California and had been investigated and arrested without conviction for a suspected drug trafficking in 05 and 09. In addition, investigation by DEA St. Louis agent reveals two large quantity drug seizures from a truck operated by Suarez Trucking Company. So the feds are saying, yo, this person came to us with information that Big Meech, well, not Big Meech, but Cuffy was working with this guy who owned a trucking company called Fidel Suarez. He's already been convicted for trafficking huge drugs. So you guys have all knowledge to look into Suarez guy, because I'm telling you guys, he was already arrested for trafficking huge drugs at some point, and he's working with Cuffy. So the CS1,
Fuck.
which Cuffy believes is Tammy, would only have this information because Tammy knew everything about everybody in regards to BMF because she had really close ties to Big Meech. But it gets even scarier, right? It gets really scarier. So the affidavit attested that based on information that CS1, which they believe is Tammy, provided to DEA Atlanta agents, Big Meech and Suarez became associated while both were incarcerated and for monetary gain. Big Meech arranged through Tammy for Suarez to provide cocaine in multiple kilogram quantities to Cuffy.
Oh,
Now, they believe, from Cuffy perspective, he believes that Big Meech and Tammy purposely provided the plug with Suarez because their plan was to set him up and catch him red-handed and, pretty much lead him into the feds' hands. So Tammy, according to Cuffy now, set up the play. Big Meech told Tammy, hey, yo, connect Suarez and Cuffy. Suarez had the pounds. Cuffy knew how to trap. Connect them two. After Tammy connected them two now, and the distribution started, Cuffy now believes that Tammy then started telling the feds everything they needed to know about where the routes were, when the routes were like being picked up, Cuffy's involvement with these routes, and that's how Cuffy was caught. Now, Cuffy believes that Big Meech did this on purpose to cheat him out of his percentages for the BMF movie that they were selling to 50 Cent and Stars, as well as to get a sentence reduction because the feds wanted Cuffy really badly.
Oh my God. I'm done. It damn near makes sense. They got paperwork, I don't know, but it's looking like that's damn near what's going on. Big Meech told, man. He told. And that could be the reason why he home right now. But I'm finished, man. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, turn on our post notifications so y'all can be notified when I drop another video. It's Big Rod Reacts. I'm out, man. I'm gone. I gotta get up out of here. Sorry, y'all. Peace.